A mother trapped in a storm of time. A magical storm shook the web of past and future. The price of a little tinkering with time could be your whole life. So let's open each layer of this movie, and let's solve this unsolved puzzle. So put on your headphones because this journey now going to be furious. The movie begins with a warning of a strong storm on November 9th, 1989, which is going to wreak havoc on this city for the next 72 hours. This is Nico. In the midst of this storm, Nico is filming his guitar playing with a video camera. Just then, his mom comes there. She was going out for some work. She tells Nico not to stay awake for long and leaves from there. Just then, a woman is shown. She is sitting in a car. After some time, she gets out of the car and goes to a house. As soon as Nico finished his recording, he hears the sounds of someone fighting in the neighborhood. Out of curiosity, Nico goes to his neighbor's house, where he sees Hilda lying on the ground near the stairs, and there is blood on her body. Just then, Hilda's husband Angel comes down the stairs with a bloody knife in his hand. Seeing this, Nico gets extremely scared and runs straight towards his house. Angel also runs after Nico to catch him, but in this panic, Nico is hit by a speeding car coming down the road, and Nico dies on the spot. Just then, a crowd of people gathered there, and Nico's friend Aita was also in this crowd. Seeing this, Angel gets deeply shocked, and he sits in front of that car. Now the movie moves forward 25 years in time, where Vera Roy is sleeping with her daughter Gloria. Actually, Vera and her husband David recently moved into this new house, and this is the same house in which Nico lived 25 years ago. Now we see that Aitor has become a pilot, and Vera and Aitor are friends. It was Aitor who helped Vera get this house. Vera invites Aitor for dinner tonight. Now Vera is in a hospital. It is being told in the news that today a similar storm is going to come as it came 25 years ago. Even meteorologists are surprised to see the similarity between these two storms. Vera is a nurse. She left her medical studies midway due to her pregnancy. A senior neurosurgeon says that,
"If you had not left your studies midway, you would have been a great neurosurgeon today."
But Vera was happy with her decision, because if anything was important to her, it was her daughter Gloria. Now Vera and David are busy decorating their house when they notice an old TV and a video camera. They see that there are many tapes lying with the camera, so both of them sit down to watch those tapes with their daughter Gloria. Now the weather was also at its peak. Those tapes were Nico's. He had recorded videos of himself playing the guitar. Now they also see that video in which Nico's mom comes in between while the video is being recorded. When the tape ends, David removes the tape. Suddenly, without any cable connection or tape, news from 25 years ago starts appearing on that TV. David and Vera find this strange, but Aitor and his mom are about to arrive for dinner, so David and Vera ignore this and start preparations. Wait a minute, just now a news from 25 years ago has come on TV. That too without any cable connection? What are you waiting for? Sister with wet hair? Come on guys, forget about the dinner, run away from there. Now everyone is sitting together at the dining table when David tells Aitor about that boy and that strange incident which happened on TV. Aitor says,
"I knew that boy. That was my friend Nico. But on this day, 25 years ago, a man living in the neighborhood killed his wife, and Nico had seen that. Nico was running away from his house, and he collided with a car coming on the road and died."
Aitor's mom was feeling a little disturbed by these things. She repeatedly asks Aitor to change the topic, but Aitor continues that.
The next day, due to a lightning strike, the school remained closed for a whole week.
At that, Aitor's mom gets angry and silences him. Now Vera is sleeping. Suddenly she hears some noises from the TV room. She sees that the same news from 25 years ago is coming on TV again. Just as she is about to turn off the TV, Nico appears. Vera was surprised to see this. Now Nico could also see Vera. Nico comes near the TV and says,
"Can you hear me?"
Vera was surprised to see that Nico had just talked to her. She switches off the TV out of fear, but there was something that stopped her. She turns on the TV again to talk to Nico.
"Who are you?"
I am in your house, but in the future after 25 years. Somehow this weather has connected 2 different time periods.
"This board is from Valpanita Station. How did this come to you?"
I stole it, in memory of that place. Your friend Aitor is also my friend. Aitor was the one who told us about this house.
Then Nico hears the same sounds of fighting from the neighborhood. When he goes to look through the window, Vera tells him not to pay attention to those voices. Then Vera takes out her phone and shows Nico the news of that day, in which it was written that Nico died in a road accident today. Vera says,
You have to trust me. If you do not go out now, you will find tomorrow morning that your school will be struck by lightning and the school will remain closed for a week. If this happens, then understand that I have saved your life.
Nico doesn't believe it and turns off the TV and runs out. Then a car coming fast passes by him. This means Vera succeeded in saving Nico's life. Then Vera wakes up. She is in a hospital. She feels that she must have seen a dream. This is the same hospital where Vera is a nurse. Just then, a woman comes and asks Vera to get ready for the operation. Vera wears a nurse's dress and goes to the operation theater. Everyone is looking at Vera in surprise. Just then, a nurse comes and calls Vera Dr. Vera Roy. At first, Vera thinks it's a joke, but seeing everyone worried, she leaves the operation theater. Meanwhile, when Nico and Ater go to school, they find out that the school was actually struck by lightning, and the school will remain closed for a week. Now, Nico was convinced that that woman from the TV had really come from the future. Here, Vera's world has completely changed. When she goes to Gloria's school, no one there recognizes her. Neither does anyone know Gloria, as if Gloria never studied here. Now Vera goes straight to David's office and asks him,
What's going on here? Where is our daughter Gloria?
But David also refuses to recognize Vera. Vera goes crazy with anger. She does not understand what is happening to her. Here, David calls the police. Police brought Vera to the police station where her case was being handled by Inspector Leira. He says,
What did you do last time?
I last spoke to a boy named Nico who died 25 years ago. But somehow we got in touch and it seems I saved his life. And because of that, my reality has completely changed. I need to meet Nico right now.
You need rest. The address you have given me, you don't live there. And neither were you ever married to David. There is no girl named Gloria. There is neither any photo of her nor any birth certificate. The life you are talking about actually doesn't exist.
Hearing this, Vera breaks down. Her entire life was destroyed. The inspector brings Vera to the hospital, where the same senior doctor scans Vera, and the scan comes out completely normal. Now he shows Vera David's photo and says,
This was your first patient, and his operation was 100% successful. A girl named Gloria was your last patient. Because Gloria's operation was very difficult, and during the same operation, Gloria died, and you were completely broken by her death. You started feeling a deep connection with her. This is why you went into depression. Your mind is playing with you by creating a fictional story of your first and last patient.
As soon as the doctor places his hand on Vera's shoulder, Vera suddenly sees a glimpse of this world of hers, in which she is actually a surgeon. Now Vera understands that the solution to this riddle can only be found with Nico. One day Nico sees Angel going out. Seeing the opportunity, Nico goes inside his house to see what is going on in this house. Then he sees Hilda's dead body. As soon as he thinks of running away from the house, Angel comes back. The man had gone to get a knife from his slaughterhouse, so that Hilda's body could be cut and hidden in the same butcher's shed. Nico quickly hides under the bed, and in front of Nico's eyes, the man starts cutting Hilda's body into pieces. Nico freezes in fear and closes his eyes. After some time, the man comes into the same room and starts talking to a woman. Then Nico sees the opportunity and runs away from there. Now we see Vera come home, but another woman is found in that house. Just then, David comes there. David calls the police immediately. Vera was surprised to see that David's wife was someone else, but she controls herself and runs away from there. Vera hides in Ater's car, which is parked outside Ater's house. After some time, Ater comes by. Then we see Angel standing with Ater's mother. This means that night, Angel was talking to Ater's mother. Now Ater sits in his car and leaves for the airport. After moving a little further, Vera comes out from the back seat. Seeing this, Ater gets very scared. He comes out of the car screaming. Vera explains to him that she knows him very well. Vera also tells the reason for the death of Ater's father. She also told that he had bought this car from his uncle after working in a hotel. Now Ater starts to believe a little. He goes to the airport with Vera, where Vera tells him,
I somehow saved your friend Nico's life that day by going into the past. But I don't understand how it changed my own life. We used to meet every day on the train at Valpineta Station. Then gradually we became friends. Then one day you introduced me to David, and we liked each other at first sight. Then David and I got married, which gave us Gloria.
because Ater was the one who introduced Vera to David, and since Ater himself did not know Vera, she would never have met David, and neither did they get married, nor was Gloria ever born. Then Ater starts leaving from there, considering all these things as false. But before leaving, he shakes Vera's hand, and as soon as they shake hands, Vera sees her past with Ater, in which someone else is sitting in place of Ater, and Ater is standing on the side. Now she understands why she and Ater could not meet. But who is this guy? Who had taken the place of Ater? Now Ater leaves from there. Then a news flashes on at the airport, in which a psychiatrist is talking about her book named Mirage. She says,
"This is the story of a boy who met a woman from the future and how that woman saved his life."
The story was exactly similar to Vera's. Now Vera had to meet this woman. Just then, the inspector came there. He says,
I saw you getting into Ader's car, so I followed you.
but the inspector does not arrest Vera. Perhaps the inspector also wanted to solve this puzzle. Now both of them go to the library where they start searching for the book named Mirage, in which they find the address of that doctor. Both of them go to the doctor and Vera explains everything to her, to which the doctor says,
"This does not prove that you are telling the truth, or that this incident really happened."
But Vera says that she remembers everything that you have written in the book. Can we make connections with the past again?
For that, you need the same TV and the same recorder that you used that day. Then maybe you'll be able to contact again. But you have to do it before the storm is over. If the storm ends, this connection will be broken forever.
This storm started 53 hours ago. And if it is the same as the 1989 storm, then this storm will also last for 72 hours. This means I have only a few hours left to find my daughter. I want that TV and camera that are at Nico's house.
Only on the basis of a theory, I can't get orders to search Nico's house. I need some more proof.
Then Vera remembers that she had read in the news that Angel was going to bury his wife in his own slaughterhouse. Vera gives this information to the inspector, and during the inspector's search in that slaughterhouse, Hilda's dead body is found in a suitcase. The inspector tells Vera,
Now you have also become a suspect due to the discovery of the dead body.
I provided the evidence so that my words could be believed. I helped you. Now it is your turn to help me.
Go to this address. With this, you can reach Nico. But now, I will not be able to help you. You had told about the dead body, so now you too are under suspicion.
The inspector drops Vera on the way. Now Vera goes to that address, which is a hotel room. A woman opens the door. Vera was a little surprised to see her friend in the room, but she asked her,
Is Nico inside?
What are you doing here? And I don't know any Nico.
Vera becomes suspicious by the way that woman talks. She goes inside and sees David there. Vera is devastated to see David with another girl, but all this does not matter to Vera right now, as she has to find Nico, because David worked in a bank, so Vera threatens David.
If you don't help me find Nico, I will tell your wife about this relationship of yours.
Here we see that after finding the dead body of Hilda, the inspector now starts interrogating the man and Ater's mother. Then it is revealed that Hilda suspected that Angel and Ater's mom were having an affair. So one day, on the pretext of going out, Hilda came out of the house and told Angel that she would not be able to get home tonight because it was snowing on the way. But Hilda had made this call from outside her house. She wanted to see what Angel would do, and her suspicion was correct. Angel called Ater's mom and invited her into his house. Hilda had seen this, and in anger, she goes to her house and catches both of them red-handed. She attacks Ater's mom and Angel with a knife. But in this skirmish, Hilda accidentally gets stabbed and she falls down and dies. After Angel disposed of Hilda's body, he gave Ater's mom a fake passport and sent her out of the city, posing as Hilda, and told the neighbors that Hilda had left him and ran away with someone else. Even in the records, Hilda was seen going out of the city on a plane. And in all this, they were helped by Ater's uncle, who is a security personnel at the airport. Then the inspector says,
There was a boy in the middle of it all, who had told all this to the police 25 years ago, but to prove the point at that time, that boy had no proof, and people thought him crazy. That boy had to go to a mental asylum. His mother and that boy's life were ruined because you lied. But today, after 25 years, everything said by that boy is coming true.
Everyone was surprised to see how the inspector knew so much. Here David goes to his office, and in the records, he finds the address of the first owner of his house, where he gets the address of Nico's mom. Now Vera goes to that address, where she sees the guitar that belonged to Nico. Now Vera sees Nico's mom. She was waiting for Vera only. Then we see that there are many photos of Vera in Nico's house. And in those photos, the same inspector who was with Vera for so long is there. Vera doesn't understand anything. After some time, the inspector comes to his home. Vera was waiting for the inspector on the terrace with her questions. Now the inspector says that he is Nico. After that accident, he convinced people that it was just a story. He changed his name and city. But she was still there in his mind. He had only one way to find her, and that was to wait for her at Valpineda Station. Because she had stolen the Valpineda station board. So he waited for her at that station every day. Many years passed doing this, and one day Nico saw Vera. He befriended her to answer his questions, but while searching for questions, he fell in love with her, and he forgot his questions, and decided to spend his life with her. But one day suddenly, she forget everything, and she only remembered that world in which she had a daughter, Gloria. The world he built broke in one fell swoop. This means that the person on that train was Nico, and that is why Aitor and Vera could never meet. And from this one incident, Vera's entire future changed. Then, Nico kisses Vera. And as soon as Nico kisses Vera, she remembers all the things related to Nico. How did they meet? How many beautiful moments they had spent together. How happy she was with Nico. There is Nico who loves Vera very much. And on the other side, there was David who was cheating on Vera. Still, Vera had to go back to her previous life. Because Gloria was in that world. Vera could not forget her daughter for her own selfish reasons. Vera realizes that all this has happened because of Nico. Now, he has to fix everything. She asked Nico to find that TV and camera, connect back to 1989, and convince himself not to find her. Forget her, and don't try to catch Angel. If Angel is convicted of Hilda's murder, then Aitor's mother will also be caught, which can change Aitor's life, and she will never be able to meet Aitor. It is very important for her to meet him. Only then she will be able to meet David, and only then will Gloria come. Nico says they can't control everything. They don't know whether this will work or not. But Vera had to meet her daughter. Leaving this world created by Nico, she jumps from the roof in the hope of getting back to her daughter. Nico is stunned to see this. Now he will have to do something quickly, because there are only a few moments left for the storm to end. Then we see that Vera suddenly wakes up from sleep. She is in a room and David is sleeping next to her. Now Vera immediately goes to Gloria's room, and finally, she was able to see her daughter again. Everything was back to the way it was before. Then she ran to the room where the TV and camera were. But now there was no TV or camera in that room. She sees Angel and Aitor's mom together. This means Nico did not tell anyone about Angel, for which Angel was still free. Now Vera calls the police and tells them about the place where Angel hid Hilda's body. Then Nico comes there, but Nico doesn't remember anything. Nico says, "How do you know about this dead body?" In which Vera says, "I knew you would definitely come." Nico is surprised by that answer. He asks, "Do I know you?" Vera smiled and replied, "Yes, but you don't remember." And the movie ends here. Maybe when Vera kisses Nico, then Nico will remember everything, and Vera will leave David and spend her life with Gloria and Nico. The movie was quite mind-bending. So, this was today's movie. If you liked the video, then please share it with your Nico and Vera. And don't forget to like this video. You were listening Crooked Chords. See you in the next video. Till then, take care of yourself and your loved ones. Bye.